Greetings, adventurers. Hope y'all are well. As you can see here, this might be Dragon Maid related. Maybe it's a Dragon Maid deck profile. Maybe there's some branded there. Maybe there's some other stuff. Who knows? This is kind of what I'm going to be running for the foreseeable future right now with Power of the Elements release on the 5th. So, yeah, let's just get right into this. This did me pretty well recently. There's been pretty much no changes. From what I've been running between Power of the Elements release and like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So we gotta go ahead and just start off with the obvious. Triple Chamber and Triple Parlor. There are 1-card spheres, so we absolutely are gonna be maxing them out. Kitchen, I decided to bring back into the mix because I realized she's not bad. I feel like a fool not running this. I feel like this is the right ratio with her. She does get us, a Dragon Maid to hand, and is a way for us to also dump one that we don't want to the grave. If we don't, say, have a Parlor or something. Right, there we go. And if we have some that we want in grave, but we can't get them there, well, she lets us do it. So, I really like it. I think it's actually a really good idea. One Nurse, obviously, I mean, we definitely will not, we never will run more than her. And that ability to, revive a Dragon Maid from, realistically in this deck, it's any turn. So, that's just really good. We are always doing something, usually. Then, we're going on to our big dragons. We got Ernest, Tinkek, and Parlor. Lower Parlor, the only one that I didn't say right, and I said the maid form, of course. Well, I decided to bring back in Tinkek because I like it. That ability to, just get 2k more attack on is just so good. Like, a 5,500 attack Shio or a 5k, house, that's intimidating. Hell, even making one of the, other big maids, like a 4k beat stick, is kind of nasty, and I like it. So, we keep it like that. Yeah, this is one of the ratios that I'm really liking at the moment, so let's go on into the next section of this list, is the spells and traps for the maids. And that is going to be one single copy of Changeover with Power of the Elements release. Well, I'll have to see how it goes, but we might bump it up to to 2, because I do expect DD Crows will be around with, tier limits being a thing and all of that, so that's probably going to get bumped up. We'll have to see. If that's the case, might have to cut some of the Dragon Maid lineup. Maybe get rid of Kitchen again or something. I have no idea. Something with the monsters that might have to go. And then we cut down a copy of Hospitality for something you're gonna see. Hospitality also kind of bricky at times, so I think 2 is perfectly fine. And then Triple Tiding, it's a bounce spell and a revival. So 3, absolutely. If you're not running 3, what are you doing? Honestly, you're playing maids, so you're not running 3. Get out of here. Now, this next thing, it was a mistake to, take this out. I was an absolute fool. Is a little branded package here with Albaz. Great. I love it. Absolutely love it. Worthwhile. It's worth its weight in gold. The ability to be able to get Mirror Jade out, it's worth it. I thought I was, big brain taking out this stuff, being like, it's not worth it. No. Took out the super polys and everything like that. This is way more powerful for us. So, we keep it that way. And, we have a walking super poly there anyway. So, why not? Helps deal with things like strikers as well. And really anything. You can get rid of problematic boss monsters. No problem. So, of course. And we're running a 1-to-1 Red Eyes package. I like this ratio. I don't run 2 black metal because for me, whenever I already have the the darkness metal on board or something, where it's engraved or something whatnot, if I've used it, I don't draw into the black metal, the second one, if I haven't already, or any of them, if I haven't already seen them. It's like I then have 2 garnets that I don't want to see at all in the deck. And I'd rather, 2, that's too much, I feel, for them only searching 1 card. that's not going to get recycled. So I think the 1-to-1 is perfectly fine and very reasonable. There is, you know, I could definitely see the argument for 2 that someone might make, but it's not for me. This deck's a bit tight, so I don't really care too much to do that. And that package sometimes gets sided out, depending on what our plans are, really. We are running triple Small World. This is pretty much just what I use as a in place of something like Prosperity, because I do not own a single copy of that bitch. So, and we're not going to unless I can trade up for one, because that's so expensive. 120 bucks a copy? No, thank you. That money's going towards Tearlaments. So, y'all know. And I will be getting y'all a list for that whenever I finish the deck around the week of the 5th, aka, well, this week actually. So if my locals has got the stuff in stock, I'll probably pick it up. But yeah, Small World, amazing. It just gets us into everything. Any one card is any other card in the deck, so it's great. We're gonna go into the hand traps, which is triple Imperm, Called By, Double Bell, which now that I have access to a playset of Ashes, I might start doing that. A friend of mine got a hold of another playset, so I'll probably be using them. Maybe I'll pick them up off of him. But yeah, so I got that going. So she might become, you know, Ash, but I mean, only for the sake of how good Ash is. But you know, this coming format, I mean, it's seeming like she actually might be a pretty good one here, Belle. You know, specifically against Tearlaments, so could become a sided thing that I do instead of, you know, rocking the, it could be Ash, Tearlament, depending on, I mean, Ash, Ghost Belle, depending on the matchup. But yeah, no, that's what we're looking at there. And they're in this ratio just because, like I said, the deck's kind of tight, and with this, we're running 10 hand traps, so... And they're all, you know, Small World bridges, so it's really nice. Yeah, let's move on to the rest of this here. And this will take us into our other little dragon-y stuff. Really just things to help us make link plays and such. Such as our double Nocto here. Y'all know what Nocto does. We get to draw off its link material and its special summon itself if a Dark Dragon is special summon. And it's a big dragon, so we can also fuse it off into a Shio with another dragon mate. So, 2 off of him. I love him. Amazing card. Always just great value. And this I'm really just going to make it as removal. And that is Grand Tusk Dragon and Duster. Duster's an obvious one. I could side it. I like to mainboard it because at least for my locals, we got like 2 or 3 Striker players, 4 Eldritch players, I guess 6, you know, Trap deck-based players. And you never know who's showing up to locals, so I just always have it in the main board. Grand Tusk Dragon. Oh my god, Konami, thank you so much for another, like, really good Seals target. Bring him out off of a Seals bounce, and we have a just pop any 2 cards. I'll take that. That's great. Gets a little beefier, though, too. That doesn't matter, because he gets reduced to 0/0. And it's a big enough dragon that we can fuse it off if we don't need it. So, I love it. I think it's an amazing piece. So glad to have gotten them. I have a second one that I'm not sure if I want to run it or not. I really kind of got to figure out how I can work that. But yeah, I love that. That is it for the main board, though, guys. Let's get on over into the, not side, the extra deck. And we are running 2 Shio and 2 House. There could definitely be an argument for running 3 House here. I'm more comfortable on 2 because how tight this extra deck is. Though, if you took out a little more of the link plays that are in this, then we could then squeeze in, you know, the House and actually a bunch of other stuff. But I'm really comfortable with that stuff here. You know, it does limit us a little bit, but it works for me. And it's coming into this next format is really what I was preparing for more so. I think it's going to be really powerful. But yeah, that's them there. Y'all know what they do. If y'all are watching this, if you're watching a Dragon Maid video, you probably know what they do. But yeah, Omni Negate and Pops and special summons, they're great. For the branded feud stuff, it is double Mirror Jade, 1 Lubellion, and 1 Albion. You know, banish to fuse, shuffle back to fuse, and discard. And we get a banish and a board wipe. So, and non-targeting banish too. So, I mean, that's disgusting. And I mean, we can get value off of him going here into that. We can then branded fusion, bringing him back. I mean, there's so many things we can do with that. It's great. Let's see here. I love it. Honestly, just the Mirror Jade alone has given us so much value to, like, this deck. Like, as far as just the things we can do. The whole branded package it's so strong. It helps us out a ton. We do have, like, a super poly, really an Albaz target there, being our Dragos Stapelia. Really good, really good. I have it there specifically because, you know, like, Tearlaments, a way to deal with that. And anyone else who's, like, if people are still running, like, Despia or something, there's that. Let me go into this link, though, here. We got Oral Sword, Unicorn, Dark. Dark, I think, is going to be really good here. Because, you know, the sprites, some of them are dark. And then we also have Tearlaments being all dark except for Rhino Heart. And it's a link too, so you don't get... Now, granted, even though that is only on their turn, I mean, like, it doesn't matter. I mean, for whatever reason, if somehow this was coming up there, it would work. It's pretty that statement, though, is pretty irrelevant because, you know, you wouldn't be bringing this out on their turn. But you could, I guess, if that ever came up for some reason. And then we got double spheres. I'd run 3 if I had a third, but I lost my third copy. And then Guard Dragon Pisty. This could be that Pisty, or it could be a Striker. Really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, that is it for the extra deck. I guess I could show the sideboard here a little bit if y'all want. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway because it's not like y'all can tell me at the moment. So there's no, you know, no choices here. This is really no idea really, but this is what I'm going to try out first week. DRNM, double twister, triple twister, a single token collector because I can search it out with off of anything with Small World, so I'm not worried about any of the other lists, like any of the token based strategies. DD Crow, because absolutely it's going to be mandatory this format. T-Barrier, also necessary. And then triple Mischief of the Gnomes. You hit Splites with Mischief of the Gnomes. What do? What do? They go pass, basically. I mean, just end their turn. So, I think it's that one right there especially is like the spiciest of meatballs for that. It is, I think that's going to just be really just a killing blow for the deck. Like whenever you drop that on them. So, I'm going to definitely be trying it out, seeing how it works. That's my main hope for them. That and D-Barrier. And, yeah, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, though, do consider liking, maybe even subscribing. Leave a comment if there's something y'all want to see from me or have any questions about this. Maids is really one of the decks that I know. And because I've just been playing it religiously since I got back into the game. And I'm sorry about my voice. I've been talking non-stop for the past 4 days. And, yeah. I've just mostly just been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this list especially. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Anyway, though, farewell, adventurers. Bye-bye.
10, 9, 7, 5, 3, sound 1, start.